it's Jemoni Ashae, and I'm back with y'all with another video. In today's video, it'll basically be like, I'm gonna do a story time for you guys, and I'm also be doing my makeup. So it's a story time / get ready with me video. And if you have not seen my face, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell as well. Leave a like and a comment. Y'all, I'm looking a mess right now, so excuse me, excuse how I look, because I'm gonna get it together. But I wanted to do this story time for you guys to let you guys know like what I went through, and to help some people if they have went through the same thing, and things that you can do to prevent what has happened to me. Alright, so if you see me looking over here, I have a mirror, and I'm gonna do my face. Looking through the mirror. So I want to start off with, you know, in high school, I thought I knew what I wanted to do. As you know, as I got older, I thought that I just knew, like, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to go to school for culinary. This is the e.l.f. This is the Magic Mist and Setting Spray. And I do a little setting spray on my face before I put my primer and everything on. And this is the Pore Professional, and it is amazing. I thought I knew what I wanted to do. Like when I was in high school, I was like, oh, I wanted to do culinary. And I was just like, I want to go to school to the Art Institute, and you know, I wanted to own my own restaurant and do all of that type of stuff. But I guess I really wasn't told that, you know, owning your own restaurant, yes, it can pay out big, but it's not guaranteed. Like, I only figured that out when I got into school already, and it was like, majority of the people who leaves out of culinary, they don't own their own business. And most of the time your business, like, there is a really small chance that your business is going to succeed if you have one. And basically you're just screwed. That's how one of my teachers or professors basically told it. He was just like, most of the time within the first 2 years, they was like, restaurants go under, so they recommend you to be like a private chef or a personal chef, or they recommend you to just basically work at somebody's restaurant that's already a known brand or restaurant, where you will still get paid good, decent money. But to be honest, doing culinary is not a big money maker unless you're a private chef for like celebrities and stuff. Other than that, you're probably not going to get paid like you're hoping to do. But anyways, besides that, that's what I wanted to do. That's what I decided that I wanted to do, not knowing that's not really what I wanted to do. I don't think I really wanted to do culinary. I thought it was different than what I thought culinary arts was going to be. I thought, hey, we're going to get in the kitchen, we're going to start making foods that I already know how to make, and some of it being different. This is the No More blemish powder, and what is this? Golden Glow. This is my color that I absolutely love, and it works. So I thought I was gonna be like, I've been cooking since I was like 9 years old, so I know how to cook. But when you get into culinary school, it's so much different than you just knowing how to cook. You have to make sure that the temperature is right, and it needs to be cooked a certain way. Your cooking is not the same temperature cooking as the culinary school. So you might think your food is good, but it's overcooked to them, or your food is like, it tastes really good with the salt, but it's too salty to them. Like, it's not how you would grow up in your house, you know, cooking your food and stuff. It's not that. And so when I realized that I didn't want to do it anymore, it was already too late, because I had already been in it for a good 6 months, and I was just like, oh my God, I have to stick it out, because it was a private school. And I think that's another way that I went wrong, was going to a private school. I feel like I should have went to a college that was not private. I went to a for-profit private school, and they wanted to they took all of my money. And on top of that, I feel like I was scammed with the school that I went to, because there were lawsuits out on this school, guys. Like, if you don't know, it was the Art Institute that I went to, guys. The Art Institute in Atlanta. And I just feel like they took unnecessary money. When I got there, and I had scholarships to this school, I had everything that I needed with this school, and they also made me fill out, I think, like a Perkins loan or grant. And my mom, she ended up getting like this parent loan for me, and they said that everything was going to be taken care of, everything was going to be paid for, and that I was good to go. Like, I wouldn't have to come out of pocket out of anything else, and I also would have financial aid to help me pay for my schooling. And guys, let me tell you, I think it was 6 months. Was it 6 months or 3 months? I think it was 6 months, I want to say. Was it 6 or was it 3? It was either 3 or 6 months before I was supposed to graduate from the Art Institute. And they told me that I did not have enough money. I did not have enough money to continue going to school there, and I needed to find out who was going to pay for the rest of my schooling. Now, I just said my mom had filled out a parent loan for me. I had pulled out loans for this school. I mean, guys, just doing whatever I could just to get into this school, because I just knew that the school was going to be for me, and it wasn't. I feel like it was a complete trap, and I think they really like took money from me. Like, to be honest with you, I think that's one of the biggest regrets that I have regretted my whole entire life. Like, you know, of course I would have loved to, you know, go to school and finish it and get my degree and what I thought would be lovely. At least if you're gonna pay that amount of money, then hey, you know, you should finish schooling and everything like that. But they wouldn't even let me. So what I did was I dropped out because I could not pay, and me and my mom were basically stuck with loans that we could not afford, and because they said that everything would be paid for, I feel like we got scammed and we got ripped off, because she was like, this is all we needed to do. I would be covered. I wouldn't have anything to worry about. And next thing you know, they're hitting us left and right about trying to make payments for this, and that, and what we can do to work out so I can stay in school. And I'm like, what do you mean? I did everything y'all told me to do. I, you know, got all of these loans so I can go and so I can be covered. And they basically told me that I had to leave the school. Like, I could not stay unless I paid for the schooling. I feel like being a young kid who just got out of high school, I didn't know anything about anything, y'all. Like, I know they tell you like, hey, you supposed to, you know, try to get grants, try to get scholarships and stuff to pay for school, but they don't really tell you how messed up schools can be and how bad they can mess you up, especially with your credit, guys. So if you're watching this video and you're in high school or anything like that and you're wanting to go to school, make sure that your job that you want to do long term requires you to even need to go to college. Because honestly, what I went to college for, I didn't have to go to college for. Like, I could have literally started at a restaurant and worked my way up. Yes, it would have taken more years than me going to school and then getting a job, but you still start at the bottom even though you went to school for it. So I should have just started from the bottom of a kitchen and went and worked my way up. I think that probably would have been the best thing for me, to be honest. I think that would have been the best thing for me, but I didn't, and so I got screwed up and I got messed up. And if you guys don't know, once you go to a private school or anything like that, if you don't pay them, they will have your records for the rest of your life until you pay them. So that means that you cannot go and get into another college. You cannot go and this is the Pro Concealer I'm about to align my eyebrows with, and this is porcelain. This is in the color of porcelain. And a lot of people don't know, but if you go to a private school, they have your records. They will not give you your records unless you pay them off. So imagine me wanting to leave, not wanting to do that program anymore, wanting to go to another school to start a whole new career because I fell out of love with it, and then the school was tripping. So I was just like, let me just find something else. Let me just find something else to do that I'm gonna be probably a little bit more passionate about too at the same time. And then on top of that, guys, it kind of hurt me too, because it's like, dang, I had my mom already go ahead and do a parent loan for me too, for something that I wasn't even interested in anymore, which sucks. I suggest that anybody that's coming out of high school to take a year gap. I feel like a year gap or two to find out what you really want to do, because you have went to school basically your whole entire life. You done went to school, and now they want you to jump into something called life that you know nothing about, and they want you to hurry up and decide on your career path. And even if you take those 1 or 2 years gap, that doesn't necessarily mean that you will know what you want to do, you know, once those 2 years up. Because here now I can say that I officially know that what I want to do, and I'm 29 years old, just realizing, hey, this is what I want to do, and what I want to do is YouTube. And I still want to own my own business, but not a restaurant. I want to own multiple businesses and other different things, but it took me until I was 29 years old just to realize what I wanted to do with my life. So it's just to let you guys know that don't think you have to know what you want to do right when you get out of school, because you don't have to. You don't have to. I know people say, oh, you need to know. No, you don't. You don't need to know. Take your time. Take your time as much as you need. Don't let anybody force you into going to college if you don't want to do it. That's going to be debt on your credit for the rest of your life if you can't pay it off. And it's going to mess your life up, not theirs. just be careful. Just be careful with the schools. Make sure you do a lot of research. And mind you, I did do research on the Art Institute when I was planning on going, but you know how when you're young and you're just so determined to get it your way and do it your way and not listen to other people because you want it your way. That's what I basically did, and it messed me up just about my entire life. Just about my entire life. Any other things that I wanted to do, I could not do because of my schooling, the choices that I made. And that is one thing that I still regret to this day. I regret it, but it also taught me a lesson to do more research in the things that you want to do. Make sure you know exactly, like, hey, this is something that I really enjoy and that I really want to do before you sit up here and sign loans, papers, and anything else. Because now I've been working my whole entire life to fix my credit, get the student loans off of my credit, and they don't teach you that in school either. They don't teach you that credit is the most important thing, the most important thing that you need in life, to start a business, to get a car, to buy a house. It is the most important thing. The most important thing. They don't care about anything else but credit. Y'all, I'm dropping gems for y'all because I really want y'all to know before y'all get out of high school, even if you're in your early 20s and you have not went to college yet, or you haven't got a credit card yet, like, don't get me wrong, getting a credit card is good because it does help your credit. But if you know for a fact that you're not good with spending money and you don't have that money to replace that money on that credit card, do not do it until you're ready. Don't do it. Don't listen to nobody else. Don't do it, because it will F you up. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I can't express this enough, because now I'm working so hard to get, where I want to be, where I feel like I should have been already by the time that I hit 25 years old. But that's another thing too. Don't just have, I know everybody has expectations for their life and how it should go, because you know, you set goals and you want to achieve those goals in a timely manner, but don't compare yourself to other people either, because your time is coming. Trust me, your time is coming. And when your time comes, like, you're gonna be so happy, so excited, and it's gonna be paid off. Like, it's gonna be paid off, and it's gonna be so worth it in the end, you know. But yeah, guys, like, just be careful when you choosing a school that you want to go to. Be careful in signing any loans. I feel like, honestly, if you don't have to get a loan for school, don't get a loan for school. I would try to do scholarships or grants like that, and that's it. Like, honestly, y'all, that's it. I wouldn't try to do anything else. If you can't get a scholarship or a grant, or if you can't get financial aid to help you pay for the school, don't even get a loan. Just find something else. And like I said earlier, if your job doesn't necessarily need you to have a degree, or you don't need it, then don't go to school. Like, ugh. And I know it's bad to say, because teachers literally push this in your head your whole entire life of going to school and growing up, and they tell you, like, hey, this is what you should be doing, this is what this is what, you know, you're gonna do once you get out of school. So be good, make good grades. Yeah, that's true. That's all well and fine. That's true, but they don't teach you the most important stuff. I would say that they don't teach you the most important stuff that you need to know about life in general, because life is crazy. And I feel like growing up, people tell you like how hard life is, but they don't really go into details because they can't really explain to you what life is and how your life is going to be. They just know that theirs is hard too. But I feel like I wish I would have known like how hard life really is when you're growing. When you grow up and you have to pay bills, and you have to pay a car note, and you have to pay the insurance on the car note, and I mean doctor's bills, just everything. And if you have kids at a young age, you have to take care of your kids too. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy, y'all. It's not easy. Mind you, I don't even have kids at this age right now, and I know that it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many things that they keep us out on the loop of, that I feel like these are things that we should have known. Like, they should have taught us, or we could have been taught. And don't get me wrong, like, you have parents to teach you that too, but you have to understand that your parents went through the same cycle that we did, so their parents probably didn't know either, and they weren't getting taught that same thing as well either. So it's just like, you can only teach somebody what the things that you know. You can't teach them something that you don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So in this age and time, like, you don't have to go to school, you don't have to go to college just to be successful. Because what I'm doing now is what I love to do, and it's create content for you guys, create content for anybody who wants to see it. It's here, and this is what I want to do for a full-time job. I didn't have to go to school for this. This is something that just genuinely I just know how to do, or I learned how to do, which is what I learned how to do is probably editing, you know. And I got a little help, and all you have to do is look up a YouTube video, and they'll teach you how to do it at no cost in anything. So guys, I just want you to really make sure that when you do decide to go to school, and if you do decide to go to school, or whatever career path you take, you make sure that you study up on it, that you learn more information about it before you lock yourself in. I would say that before you lock yourself in, just make sure that is the job for you, or that is the career path that you want to take. Oh, I'm sorry guys, this is the Moms by Juvia's place. I absolutely love this. But again, like, I just want to let you guys know, just make sure that that's something that, you know, you want to do, not anybody else. Because trying to repair your credit can be one of the most hardest things that you can try to do. I've been trying to actually, I haven't been trying. I recently started trying to fix my credit because I know now that it's the most important thing that you absolutely need in order to get a home, not to get a car, but if you want a really nice car and you don't have to put nothing down on your car, then it is what you need to get the things that you want in life. It is what you need. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. Now don't go running to your parents like, Jemoni said not to go to college because I could do this, that, and the third. Don't tell your parents that, because they're gonna get me. But I advise y'all to definitely talk to y'all parents if y'all don't want to go to school, and lay down some of the things and the reasons that y'all don't want to go to school, and give them some criteria for them to think about. And you never know, your parents might surprise you, and they might be a little bit more understanding in what you want to do versus, you know, just brushing you off and be like, no, you must go to college and all that type of stuff. You never know what the outcome will be. So I would say just give it a shot, give it a chance, and see what they will say. See what they will say. But yeah, just be careful of the schools that you decide to put your money into and towards, because trust me, if anything, I would say go to a school that's a non-profit school, because non-profit schools means that they're not there just for money. They're there to actually teach you. And there are some schools now where you don't even have to pay tuition just to go to school, and that's amazing. Those are schools that literally just want to teach students and kids that just want to learn, you know. And I've been using this mauve, and then I'm using the glitter one now. So those are some of the schools that's like, hey, you know what, I want to help these kids so they can be great in their field and not have to pay money for all of this. So we're just going to teach them, you know. Those are some of the schools that you want to look into and go, because I'm telling you guys, some of these schools out here, I just want to put y'all up on game of things that I went through, that if I can help anybody in here, it does not matter if it's one person that I help. Like, if I can help just one person from this video, that's what I want to do, because life is hard. Life is going to be hard. Life is not going to be easy. Even you can have all the money in the world, and I still feel like, yes, life will be a little bit easier for you, but you're still going to have struggles and things that you have to go through in life, because life is a learning process, and you're always going to learn different things. You're always going to keep growing, and you're going to always find new things. And it's just one of those things where you just have to, you really have to just learn it, experience life. And I think that is what, you know, I feel like that is one of the reasons why our parents wasn't able to just explain it to us as much, is because you literally have to experience it to get it, to understand.
Don't say I realized too late.